Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. We're about a week or so away from the release of the NES Omnibus Volume 1, A through L, foreword by Adam F. Goldberg, creator of the Goldbergs TV show. So while Paul McCartney of the Beatles looks on, I'm going to take you on a little guided tour of the NES Omnibus Volume 1, just show you some specific titles, some page layouts, comment on some games and that kind of thing. So let's do that real quick. But if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot. So let's check it out. It's got a nice dust jacket there. This is a massive hardcover coffee table book. Tons of full color photos. There's me in 1987 getting my NES for Christmas, surrounded by family members. Check out layout courtesy of Schiffer Publishing. They did a great job, great looking book. So let's get to some specific titles. Check out Arkanoid. Really nice layout here. This is a brilliant port of Taito's Coin-Op Classic, which is sort of took the breakout formula and expanded it. And it comes packaged with its own controller, which is great. A little paddle controller, kind of like the old Atari 2600 paddle controllers. Unfortunately, Arkanoid was the only game that controller was ever used for. Still a great game, and check out the Space Invaders enemy design there for that level. Pretty cool. Great game. Castlevania, one of my favorite NES games. Awesome action classic with adventure elements. Great platform game. And you guys may know that I wasn't a huge fan. Check out that two-page layout for Castlevania. Wasn't a huge fan of Castlevania 2, even though I love the original game. But Castlevania 3 redeemed itself in my eyes. Love that series, the Castlevania games. Loved most games in the series. Great gothic horror stuff. Just check it out. Check out the beautiful layout. Schiffer did a magnificent job. Chiller gets a two-page spread. A rare, gruesome horror outing for the NES. Pretty interesting stuff there. Contra, one of my favorite games for the console. Back in the day, I did not know about the famous code where you could get 30 extra lives, and I played this game so much, I actually beat it with just the allotted life that they give you, lives that they give you, plus the continues. Fantastic game. That says more about how much I played the game than how good I was at it, or at gaming in general. I just played the heck out of it till I finally beat it. Nice layout there. Contra Force, the sequel, not as good as Contra. That's to say the least. Double Dragon. This is a special game to me because I got my copy of Double Dragon not too long after it came out because I was babysitting for some friends, just good friends of mine that, doing them a favor, and they got me a copy of Double Dragon when it was brand new and $50. So that was pretty exciting. And I love the game despite the lack of two-player mode in the main game. It was a one-player solo adventure, but I loved it and played the heck out of it. Sequels are great as well. Double Dribble, one of my favorite basketball games of all time to this day. Now, if you guys ordered the NES Omnibus direct from me, if you backed the Kickstarter, if you ordered, did a pre-order, I will be getting these in soon and just signing them, sending them out to you guys as soon as possible. Check out Galaga. Now, I think it's funny that they added the subtitle Demons of Death because really kind of unnecessary because it's basically a direct port of the classic arcade game. You don't really need a subtitle to promote Galaga. And it is basically the same game. A great port, nothing really added to it. The Demons of Death was just a little subtitle. Somebody in marketing felt necessary to put on. Ghosts and Goblins, I love this game. A lot of people hate it because it's so dang difficult. And I never actually beat this game back in the day. But I did get to level 6, which is pretty deep into the game for something so difficult. And someone commented on Facebook one time that, hey, if you didn't beat if you didn't beat every game that you're writing about, you shouldn't write about a game that you didn't beat. And I'm like, are you crazy? I was thinking that anyway. I was very polite. And impossible to beat every single game for the NES, virtually impossible. I'm sure some crazies out there have done it. I think some YouTube channels are even devoted to, beating every game or whatever, but sorry. But I do play each game long enough to get a good feel for it. Beautiful layout here for Ghosts and Goblins, including the insides. A lot of most of the game, about half of the games or so, have just nostalgic stories from contributing writers. Pretty awesome stuff. Very thankful to all my contributing writers. They add a lot of color and interest to the book. Now check out Guerrilla War. Nice 2-page spread here. This was a run and gun game that I learned about years ago by buying it at a gaming convention. And it's just a lot of fun. Check out Gumshoe, interesting title. Let's go to, Gunsmoke. Got to say a little bit about this one. It's a great vertical shooter that I discovered on the NES and not in the arcades. It was a relatively obscure arcade shooter, but I discovered the NES version, which adds some console-specific features, which is always good. It takes full advantage of the console format in that regard. Gyrus, great arcade classic. Now here's Jaws, very nice 2-page spread. I'm not a huge fan of the game, but I do like how it's laid out in this book, and there's some great nostalgic stories about it here. And with Jaws, my son beat this game on a live demonstration at my very first book signing at Game Over Video Games back in 2008. And what's notable about that, he beat it on the first try, and it's a quirky game. Even if you're really good at it, there's no guarantee when you get to the end you're going to beat it, because it just almost seems random in the way you ram the ship into the shark. Check out the Legend of Zelda, beautiful 2-page spread, or three or 4 pages. It's got, Legend of Zelda, one of the most important games of its time, of the era, and I believe there's 4 pages. Yeah, because check it out. So you've got, the art, the write-up, the screenshots, and then you just get tons of nostalgic stories from contributing writers, including 8-Bit Eric Perez, which many of you know from YouTube. Check out all those stories. All right, guys. The NES Omnibus Volume 1 A through L will be out just in a week or so, like I said. And I'm really looking forward to getting my boxes and boxes in to ship out to you guys. And of course, it's available on Amazon as well. But if you want a signed copy, you'll need to order that direct from me. And I will put a description here. In the description, I'll put a link to ordering copies direct from me. And with books that I sell, I put in extras. I'll put in, like, one of my signed Twin Galaxies trading cards. I might put in, like, a magazine. I've got, extra copies of magazines lying around, things publishers send me. I've just got all kinds of stuff. So feel free to order direct from me, the NES Omnibus Volume 1 A through L. It's a $50 book plus shipping, and I can personalize it if you like. But anyway, we are getting close to the launch of the NES Omnibus Volume 1. Really getting excited about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite NES game from A through L? Just any of the titles from A through L. What is your favorite game? See you guys. We will talk to you in another video.